We've talked all offense. We know the other side of the ball. I was surprised. I don't know about you last year. Michigan had a really good defense in 21, but they had some really high-end guys like Aiden Hutchinson, who was picked number 2 overall. David Ajabo would have been number 1. Dax Hill was a first-round pick as well. That's a lot of high-end talent that Michigan had to replace last year, and yet the surprise is that statistically they were even better, just giving up over 16 points a game last year in total points. That's one of the top defenses in the country. Do you think they can keep that up this year?
I do think they can, and like you said, I would have expected a little regression from Michigan last year. Rather surprised, 16.1 points per game and 292 yards per game, and only 3.3 yards per game as well. When I look at them this year, they do lose some players up front. I mean, Mike Morris was a number 5 draft pick. DJ Turner, a cornerback, was a number 2 DC. Of course, Mozzie Smith was a number 1 draft pick. So they lose some key guys off the defense, but I like the replacements coming in. A guy like Josiah Stewart comes in from Coastal Carolina. And while last year he didn't have a huge year, he had 12 and a half sacks at Coastal Carolina in 21. I think it's going to give him a nice addition as far as the pass rush goes. The linebacking core last year was extremely inexperienced. They had practically nobody back. This year, they've got Sandra Still, who, by the way, was a wide receiver that moved to defense last year, and I thought got better by the week. They've got Colson and Barrett there at the linebacker spot, so I'm pretty high on the linebacker unit being much more experienced this year. They do lose 3 key starters in the secondary, a little bit of a question mark, but they've replaced those starters recently and done well, so I still have them rated. Defensive line, I rate number 6 in the country. Linebackers, number 5 in the country. Defensive backs, number 7 in the country. I think Michigan's going to have a pretty good defense.